There are nights when you stare at the ceiling, exhausted, praying the same prayer again and again, wondering if heaven is even listening anymore. You watch other people's lives change overnight. Doors open for them. Miracles happen for them. Opportunities find them. Meanwhile, you're still fighting silent battles nobody sees, still waiting, still hurting, still asking God one painful question. When will it finally be my turn? And the hardest part isn't the struggle itself. It's feeling forgotten while everyone else seems blessed. But what if your delay is not punishment? What if God is doing something behind the scenes that you cannot see yet? Because sometimes the greatest blessings arrive after the longest silence, and sometimes the people God plans to use the most are the ones He prepares the longest. So before you give up, before you stop believing, watch this carefully, because this message may be exactly what your soul needed tonight. Deco. At some point in life, almost everyone whispers this question in silence. God, when will my turn finally come? You pray with faith. You try to stay patient. You tell yourself to keep going one more day. But slowly, something inside you starts breaking. Because while you're waiting, everyone else seems to be moving ahead. Someone lands their dream job. Someone falls in love. Someone's entire life changes overnight. And you're still fighting battles nobody knows about. Still carrying pain behind fake smiles. Still wondering if your prayers are reaching heaven or disappearing into silence. And that feeling? It's exhausting. But what if this season of waiting is not a punishment? What if God is doing His deepest work when it feels like nothing is happening? In this video, we're going to uncover why delays hurt so much, why God sometimes feels silent, and why your current struggle may actually be preparing you for something greater than you can imagine. So stay with me till the end. Because one sentence in this video could completely change how you see your life right now. You know what hurts the most? Not failure, not rejection, not even heartbreak. It's waiting while life feels completely silent, waiting after praying 1,000 times and still seeing nothing change. You ask God for an opportunity, but the doors stay closed. You ask for peace, but anxiety still follows you into the night. You beg for one sign, one answer, one breakthrough, and somehow the silence gets louder. And after a while, a dangerous thought starts growing inside your mind. Maybe my moment will never come. But listen carefully. Every person you admire today had a hidden season nobody talks about. A season filled with loneliness, confusion, disappointment, and delay. Joseph was betrayed before he became a leader. David was chosen as king, yet spent years hiding in caves. Even Jesus waited 30 years before stepping into his purpose. Think about that. 30 years of preparation before 3 years changed the world. Maybe God is not ignoring you. Maybe He's preparing you in private, because blessings given too early can destroy people not ready to carry them. But wait, what if the blessing you're desperately asking for right now would actually destroy your peace if you received it too early? What if God is not saying no, but not yet? Because sometimes the delay is protection, sometimes the waiting is preparation, and sometimes the closed door you hate today is the very thing saving your future. Think about that carefully. Let's be real for a moment. Silence from God can feel terrifying, because when nothing changes, the human mind starts overthinking everything. We want answers immediately. We want proof that our prayers are being heard. We want a sign that everything will be okay. But God often works in ways we don't understand. A seed buried underground looks invisible before it becomes a powerful tree. From the outside, it looks like nothing is happening. But underneath the surface, roots are growing deeper every single day. And maybe that's exactly where you are right now. An underground season, a hidden season, a season where nobody sees your struggle, your tears, your silent prayers. No applause, no recognition, no visible progress. But that does not mean God stopped working. Sometimes God removes distractions before He changes your direction. He slows your life down. He allows isolation. He allows uncomfortable seasons, not because He wants to hurt you, but because He's trying to transform you into someone stronger. Because patience is built in waiting. Faith is built in uncertainty. Character is built in difficult seasons. And the truth is, most people ask for blessings they are emotionally unprepared to carry. That's why silence sometimes becomes preparation. Now let's talk about the silent poison destroying millions of people every single day. Comparison. Social media made it worse than ever. Every time you open your phone, it feels like everyone else is winning. Someone is getting married. Someone is traveling the world. Someone buys their dream house. Someone becomes successful overnight. And slowly, without realizing it, you start feeling behind in life. You begin questioning yourself, your progress, your worth, even your faith. But listen carefully. You are comparing your private struggles to someone else's public highlights. You don't see their sleepless nights, their sacrifices, their anxiety, their hidden pain. And most importantly, you don't know God's timing for their story or yours. A microwave heats food fast. An oven takes longer. But the oven is preparing something deeper, something bigger. Maybe your life needs deeper preparation too. Maybe your calling is heavier. And heavy things take time to build. Diamonds are created under pressure. Strong people are created through hard seasons. Powerful faith is built during storms. So stop asking, why is everyone moving ahead of me? Instead ask, what is God building inside me during this season? Because your journey is unique, your timing is unique, and your purpose was never meant to look like anybody else's. And here's the crazy part. Sometimes the delay frustrating you right now is actually protecting your future. The relationship that didn't happen, the opportunity that fell apart, the door God kept closed. What if those moments saved you from pain you were never supposed to carry? Because later in life, many people realize something shocking. God's greatest protection often looked like rejection in the beginning. Have you ever noticed how life can stay the same for years and then suddenly change in a single moment? One unexpected phone call, one opportunity, one conversation, one answered prayer, and suddenly everything changes. That's often how God works. Quietly, silently, behind the scenes, then suddenly. But here's the tragedy. Most people quit right before the breakthrough arrives. They stop praying too soon. They stop believing too soon. They give up while heaven may already be arranging the answer. Imagine a miner digging for diamonds deep underground. Every single day he digs and finds nothing. More digging, still nothing. Then exhausted and frustrated, he quits, not realizing he stopped just 1 inch before discovering treasure. Spiritually, many people are doing the exact same thing. They're emotionally drained, mentally tired, almost hopeless. But what if your breakthrough is closer than you think right now? What if God is already moving pieces in places you cannot see yet? Because silence does not mean absence. Just because God is quiet doesn't mean He stopped working. Sometimes the greatest miracles are being prepared in invisible places long before they appear in your visible life. There's something incredibly powerful about people who go through pain and still choose to keep their faith alive. Those people become different, stronger, wiser, almost unshakable, because suffering changes a person. Waiting changes a person too. It teaches lessons comfort could never teach. You learn patience when life slows down. You learn humility when things don't go your way. You learn emotional strength when you survive nights nobody knows about. And one day, something finally clicks inside you. You realize God was never only preparing blessings for your life. He was preparing you to handle those blessings. And that changes everything. Because maybe the greatest miracle is not money, not fame, not success. Maybe the real miracle is the person you are becoming during the process. A calmer person, a stronger person, a more mature person, a person with deeper faith and deeper understanding. And trust me, people who survive dark seasons carry a strength that cannot be copied or faked. Anybody can smile when life is easy, but the people who continue believing during pain become spiritually powerful in ways the world can't explain. Sometimes the waiting season is not wasting your life. It's building the strongest version of you. But wait, what if this painful season is not the end of your story, but the beginning of your transformation? What if 1 year from now, you'll look back at these sleepless nights, these delays, these unanswered prayers, and finally understand why God made you wait? Because sometimes the hardest chapters create the strongest people, and sometimes the delay you cried about today becomes the blessing you thank God for tomorrow. Now here's the most important truth in this entire video. Your turn is coming, but it may not arrive in the way you expected, because God is not a vending machine that instantly delivers whatever you request. And prayer is not fast food ordered on demand. Sometimes your prayers feel unanswered because God sees the entire picture, while you can only see today's pain. You're asking God for immediate relief, but God is building long-term purpose. You want quick results. God wants lasting transformation. And maybe, just maybe, the delay is proof that your life is too important to rush. Think about it. The strongest warriors are never created during comfortable seasons. They are built in hidden battles, in lonely nights, in moments where nobody claps for them, in seasons where they have nothing left except faith. So if you're still standing after everything you've survived, that already proves there's something powerful inside you. Because weak people quit, but you're still here. And maybe your current struggle is not evidence that God abandoned you. Maybe it's evidence that heaven is preparing you for a purpose bigger than you can currently understand. Sometimes the breaking season becomes the building season, and one day you'll realize God was not delaying your story. He was protecting its timing. So, if you've been asking yourself, when will my turn finally come? Here's the truth. Your moment arrives when preparation meets purpose, not before. And yes, waiting can hurt deeply. There are nights where you feel forgotten, days where nothing makes sense, moments where you question everything. But never let delay convince you that your life has no value. Some of the greatest stories begin in hidden seasons nobody understands. Some of the strongest souls are built during lonely nights filled with silent prayers. And sometimes, God does his deepest work when life feels the quietest. So don't stop now. Keep praying. Keep growing. Keep fighting for your peace even when emotions tell you to quit. Because one day, the confusion will make sense. The waiting will make sense. The pain will make sense. And the tears you cried in private today may one day become the story that gives someone else hope to survive their darkest season. If this message touched something deep inside your heart, take a moment right now and comment, "My time is coming." Not for the algorithm, not for me, but for yourself. Because sometimes seeing those words written by your own hands becomes the first step toward believing again. And if you know someone silently fighting battles nobody sees, someone losing hope, someone questioning their worth, share this video with them today. You never know whose life needs this reminder right now. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because the next message might reach you exactly when your soul needs it most. And remember this before you leave. God's silence is not proof that He abandoned you. Sometimes silence is preparation. Sometimes waiting is protection. And sometimes the chapter that hurts the most becomes the chapter that changes your entire life forever.